Hello and welcome to another Hades tutorial. This video we're going to be making this signature here, and this will be one of my actually I think it's my longest tutorial, so I'm very sorry it took so long, but it is worth it in the end. And anyway, anyone that's making a tag under 20 minutes is insane, because you can really tell the difference of a tag that takes 5 minutes to make and a tag that you spend your time on. Most tags I make, well, not tutorial tags obviously, because I kind of rerun them over, but will take like hours to make, and we can really tell the quality of a tag if you take your time. As well, if you can hear a child running around screaming during the tutorial, I'm very sorry. I have the wee dude, and he's sitting watching cartoons nice and quietly, so hopefully he stays that way. And anyway, let's get to the tutorial, and I hope you all enjoy. And remember to subscribe and share a video with your friends if you enjoyed it. So you've seen there come. Let's start making a tag. Well, we'll make a new document first anyway. I'm going to choose a width of 450 and a height of 250. Click OK. We'll bring in our render now. I'm going to be using a Halo render. Well, you've already seen the come in the opening to the video or the intro. I always make my tutorials or my intros later after I've seen or made the video. I'm going to be making this tag on just randomly, and hopefully it turns out okay. But anyway, we go to a bottom layer and make it black. We go to our next our render layer, and we'll duplicate it 2 or 3 times, a couple of times, and we'll hide all these bottom ones, and with our top one then we'll just place it. Excuse me. Looks okay there. And apply the image or the transformation, and when you have that done, we go to a bottom layer and we'll unhide it. It doesn't really matter where we're going to be putting it. Actually, sorry, forgive me, it does, because it's going to make a difference where our colours are going to be. You'll notice when I start doing it anyway. But we get our smudge tool. I apply this brush pack on the description on YouTube if you want to follow along as usual, but in the brush pack it's number 386 if you're wondering the brush. It's just like a splatter brush or spatter. When you have that, we're going to start right there. Go to our brush settings and we'll take scattering, and we'll set the size to about 190 and the spacing to about 25%. Close that off then, and then we start to smudge that like this. That looks okay. And we go to the next one now, and we'll do the same. I'm actually going to lower the opacity of this one a little bit. So I like that colour that was in the top corner. Smudge down here as well. Again, we don't hide our top one. Or next one, and the height or the strength, by the way, was 43 for them, but now I'm going to increase it up to about 96 and do it again. See, it gives a more rough texture to it. I'm just going to move that down a little bit. There. And if you're not happy with the outcome of that particular smudge, don't worry, because you can excuse me, you can unhide one of your next layers and move around and just fill in that area with a new smudge like this. You can do this a couple of times until you get a texture that you like in the background. Probably do it once more. And if you're running out of layers, just make sure you duplicate it, because you might be using these in the future. once more probably. I'm just going to bring this over here and work on concentrating this corner. Smudge that. That's not too bad there. And now we're going to go to our render layer. And what we're going to do is we'll decrease the brush. And we're going to duplicate our render layer a couple of times. And on our bottom duplicate, we are just going to smudge that a tiny bit. Just a small bit. I'm actually going to decrease that a good bit. It's about 100. Alright, go to our next layer now, and I'm going to choose a different brush. I haven't planned this out, so I'm going to probably try it one or two. That's not, that looks okay. Number 223. I'm going to zoom in for this one, and I'll size it down to about 135. And with this one is going to be kind of building your flow. So obviously with this image, the flow is going from the bottom left to the top right. So, or sorry, the top right to the bottom left. And what you want to do is you want to kind of drag or click and drag from your render and kind of pull it out like that there, almost as if he's kind of like fade in that direction. Okay, when we do that again, at this time we set this layer to linear dodge, like that, so you kind of gives a brighter look to the texture. And you see where the shine is on the actual render. This is where you want to get the bright effects to pop out from. You don't really want it on the dark areas because, well, they're dark, obviously, and they wouldn't shine out like that. We'll do this again, but this time we're going to go drag it a little bit more, so like this here, drag it out. I'm set this to linear dodge. I'm going to zoom out, just have a look. And lower the opacity to about 30. And we'll go to our next one and we'll try a new brush now. What will we pick? 274, what's that like? That's not too bad. We'll try this one, number 274, and we'll set this layer to linear dodge. Just drag it out. Just going to give it a smoky feel. Like that. You can lower the opacity over a little bit. And again, we'll go to our next layer. Choose another brush. Number 441. Again, set this to linear dodge and lower the opacity to about 20. Now we go to our top render layer. and just make sure there's a duplicate underneath if we need to go back. And with our top render layer, we go back to our brush. What number was it? It was this one. No. Bear with me. That number 386. What I'm going to do is just well, put on scattering first as well. Just the same settings as before, and drag it out like that. And we will just lower the opacity of this. To about 20, and we'll just mask up off, excuse me, over the front of the render, like that. And we duplicate our render layer again because we're going to be doing this a couple of times. Choose a different brush now. What's this one like? No, why is this going slow? No. Yeah, that one looks alright. Number 57. And what we can do is we can start dragging it out, as we did before. And we'll just mask off bits over the render like we did before. Now, we go to a new layer now, and we'll apply the image. And you can apply it, well, you can use a command, but I'll show you this way. You can go image, and apply image, and click OK. The command for that is press and hold Shift, Control, Alt, and E, and it'll just apply it automatically. But when you have your applied image, then we will go Filter, Distort, and Displace. And we leave our horizontal scale at 10 and our vertical scale at 10. And click OK. And we will choose PSD that we've used before. What one will I use? This one. And you see it kind of distort the whole image. But you will also see, like, there's text that was in the old PSD, but you don't want that. We mask off all the stuff that we don't like. And usually when you do this, there's always going to be a bit around the edge, depending on what settings you set the distortion to, that you need to mask as well. So we get our brush, and we go to our mask, and we just mask out the stuff that doesn't look right. And you end up with something like this, but we're going to do this a couple of times. Again, we'll apply the image, and we go Filter, Distort, Displace, and this time we're going to set it to -10 this time, and on both settings. So -10, and we'll click OK, and now we'll find a different PSD. I'll just choose this one now. Again, we'll just mask off what we don't want. And you notice, hold on, I'll zoom out. If you notice, the last time there was kind of this kind of distortion going around the edges of the top, but since we've chosen -10 this time, it's down the other side. You'll notice this if you're doing it at home. It's just the angle that the distortion is going, and you can change that. But erase the stuff that you don't like anyway. Zoom and see what that looks like. Right, looks alright, yeah. It looks very boring up the top left and in around here. So, and actually down there looks a bit weird. So we're going to work on that there for now. What we're going to do is we're going to get one of our render layers, and we can bring that up. We'll duplicate it and bring it up on top, and we'll just move it over to where it looked boring. We can smudge it out then, make it look a bit different. Right, it doesn't look too bad there. Right, stop. There we go. We'll leave it at that. Now we walk over the side. Actually, no, fuck it. We walk a bit more. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, I think I have OCD. But anyway, we'll duplicate it again once more, and we'll bring it up to the top. And this time we'll walk down here. And smudge that. Looks alright there. And once more, we'll duplicate our render, bring it up, and place it over here. Bring it up to the top, and place it around there. You can erase stuff that you don't like as well. This is not too bad though. Now we're going to try displacement again. So we make a new layer and apply the image. We go filter, distort, displace, and this time we're going to choose positive setting. So we'll choose 10 for the horizontal scale and 10 for the vertical scale, and click OK. We choose another signature. What will we choose? Any of your own previous PSDs will work. Just go to the folder where you saved your projects and load in them PSDs. The outcomes of the distortion might be a little bit different, but the method is the exact same, and it should look just as good. But you'll see the effect each PSD gives. But I'm going to mask this one out in areas like before, and take out bits that I don't want around the face. And zoom out there when you're done. I missed a few bits. We'll try it again, and we will go the minus settings this time. So we go filter, distort, displace, and we'll just add a minus in front of that 10 on both sides. Oh, there we go. And where will we get a tag? There we go. And you don't have to keep these displacements in the same place. Like, you can drag this over here and then mask out what you don't want as well, like this. That wasn't too bad. I'll try that again. So we go filter and just click this place again where we had it before, and now I'm going to drag this up here and mask off bits that you don't want again. Once more with this, we'll bring this over this side now. So we'll apply the image and distort it again, or displace it. I'll leave this here and mask out what you don't want. Right, so we'll leave the displacements for now. What we're going to do now is we're going to make a new layer and apply it, and now we're going to go to filter and into a filter gallery. You can cycle through these and we will choose what we pick. We'll choose the spatter, and we'll set the spray radius to 15 and the smoothness to 13. Click OK. I'm just going to mask off the render. Right, now when you have this far, or when you have that done, we're going to make a new layer on top of this, and we'll make it black. And we'll set it to luminosity. We're just going to add a little bit of light, and we'll increase the flow to 100 of the brush, which is your brush, which is a white brush. We'll set the hardness to 0% and the size to around 350, and around that. Actually, no, wait, a little bit bigger. 400. And look at your render and see where the light's going to be coming in. If you notice on the top of his head, there's a light coming in up around here somewhere. Yeah, that's in around there. Because he's shining on his back. And there's actually a little light over here somewhere, as you can see in the side of his helmet. I'm actually going to decrease the size of this brush a little bit because it's not strong. Yeah, looks okay there. And now we'll add some shading. So we'll make a new layer and we'll make it white. We'll set this to multiply, which is a black brush. Just shade in the dark areas like that, or the outsides of the tag. You can lower the opacity of this. Well, I chose 40. And I like to always add another shading in the background, just at the edges, slightly. You see it's like, kind of like fading off. So we'll do the same again. We'll set the, change the layer to white, and make a new layer, make it white, and set to multiply, and just at the very edges of the tag now, you do them little dark areas, and you can decrease the opacity if you want. Okay, it looks alright there. Now we will make a new layer and apply the image, and we'll go filter gallery, and we will go into our artistic settings and go paint ups, with our brush size of 1 and a sharpness of 1, and click OK, and we'll load the opacity. You see that this will kind of like almost sharpen it up a wee bit. Now we'll add some gradient maps. So we go down to our adjustment layer and click our icon, and we go gradient map. And the first one's going to be black to white. Set this to luminosity. This is good for contrast. And we will leave the opacity around 60 and around there. We will make a new gradient map, and we're going to go magenta orange, and we set this to overlay. I have a habit of doing this in my signatures. I always use this, these two gradient maps first. And we set the overlay and 10%. But now we go to a new gradient map, and we'll choose like colours that was kind of in the tag. What was it? It was kind of like, I'll hide that. I've got a colour picker too, just to make sure. Kind of choose a darker region of the tag, like there. I'm just going to copy this colour down here. Click OK. Go to our gradient map, and go to our dark area. Click on the colour and paste it in here, and go straight to that colour. And we'll go to our light area, and we'll choose like kind of an orangey colour, like that. Just lower it down a bit to about 40. Make a new gradient map now, and we will choose like a red to a kind of like a cyany green, like well, I'll show you where it is. It's actually number 214565. Click OK. We set this to lighten, and take reverse, lower the opacity to about 30. Almost finished now. We're going to make a new gradient map. We are going to, not gradient map, let me down. Finish your gradient maps. We go color looker. And choose foggy night. I love this. I love that foggy night sound. And I just lowered the opacity to about 13. We'll try one more colour lookup. So I can show you what one will we pick. It's not too bad there. And we'll go back up here. What's the name? It's film stock. Let's change this to overlay. Set the opacity to about 10%. Now make a new layer on top, and we'll apply the image, and we'll go filter, blur, and then motion blur, and we're going to change the angle to the same as the flow, so it's going like this here. So we'll drag it over like that there, something the same as the flow. 45 degrees I chose, and set the distance to about 2, and click OK, and then mask out our render or foreground. And if you decided to put any foreground effects on top of this, I'm not going to do it in this tutorial, I don't think, but mask out them as well, because you want them to pop out. You just want the background to be blurred. when you have that done, just lower the opacity of it down to about 50%. Make a new layer on top of that now, and then we go filter, sharpen, and then sharpen, and we just fade the sharpen then. So we go edit, fade sharpen, and leave it at about 50%, like that. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of text. Just going to decrease the tracking to 100. And keep in mind, whenever you're placing your text, it's the exact same when you're placing a render. Try and think of your rule of thirds and what's going to distract your attention from the focal. So you don't want it too far away, and you don't want it to be too noticeable, because you want people to look at the actual render itself. That text doesn't look too bad. I'm going to just choose a colour that's in the actual tag, like this, maybe. Maybe a little bit brighter, yeah. Then bold it. I don't want to book it. Looks shit. But anyway, I'm actually going to add a text brush. You can download loads of these brushes in Deviantart, but I just play this pack on the description on YouTube. So we're going to our text brushes. Not one really big. Oh fuck, I just big. Boom. I meant I should do that in white, so I just changed the colour over. Change the colour in this as well. The last thing, we're going to make a new layer and get our marquee tool, and wherever the edge of the text is, bring it across like that, and fill it with a colour. And now we're just going to hide it for now, and our text. We're going to make a new layer on top of that little square we just made, and apply the image, and create a clip mask to it, so it just applies to that image, and we can only hide our text now. But with our applied image now, we're just going to move it just a small bit like that, so you can just almost just make it that it's a box around the text. I'm going to bring this text into a group, so select both layers and bring it into a group, and I'm going to add a little bit of shadow to it, not too much though. Like that. So you've reached the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, and you learned something new. And remember, if you did, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, because it helps me and it helps the channel get out there. And I'm sorry for the video taking so long. This is the longest tutorial I've actually ever made, and hopefully the ones in the future won't take so long. But anyway, that's all, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.